preparing for my SATs, as many students do, I took an SAT prep course. A lot of students go to SAT schools, and a lot of parents think that it is necessary. But the only advantage that the SAT prep course offers is that it regulates your study habits. If you're responsible enough to study all the materials, then I suggest that that is the most effective way to prepare for your SATs. The materials that the SAT prep courses offer are easily found on the internet and nearby stores. But if you still truly believe that you need to take an SAT prep course, I suggest that you review your materials. When I took the SAT prep course, I came back home and reviewed the materials that I learned in class. I also marked the words that I didn't know, looked them up, and memorized them. When I was doing my homework, I used the techniques that I learned from my teachers and marked the ones that I didn't know to ask questions. I urge you not to just overlook the ones that you don't know. Even if you think the questions are easy, go and ask them. Go and ask your teachers why the answer is right and why your answer is not. In my personal opinion, the verbal section may seem very intimidating for students who are coming from non-English speaking countries. When I first took the SATs, my verbal score was so low that I was devastated. I took the SAT prep course and memorized numerous vocabs, but my score did not improve. The one thing that helped my score to improve was my AP English class. In that class, as a curriculum, I read numerous literatures. I did a lot of homework writing essays and read books that I didn't understand. But because of those books that I didn't understand, my English score improved. I'm not saying that you have to read literature books. It's just that I want you to read a lot. It doesn't have to be a literature book, but you should read whether it is a magazine, an article, a newspaper, or advertisement. You have to read consistently. That is the only way to improve your verbal score. I memorized a lot of words and a lot of SAT phrases, but the one thing that truly helped me was my reading list. I made reading lists every week during my summer school and read one book every week. At first, I didn't understand what I was reading. I had so many words that I didn't understand, but I didn't stop to look up the dictionary. I just read. It takes a long time to read this consistently, but if you could do it, your score will improve dramatically. SAT 2 is an exam to show your talent. You need to focus on what you excel in. You shouldn't focus on what other people are taking, but you need to realize what you excel in and what your interest is. If you can choose a subject that you're interested in majoring in, that would be a great help. At first, I took the Korean language. But when I thought about it, Korean language as a Korean student would not be very helpful. So I thought of what I was best at, and I realized that I wanted to major in biochemistry. So I chose chemistry to take as my SAT 2 subject test. If you choose a subject that is similar to your major, it shows the college admission officers that you can excel in those subjects, and you'll be successful in college as well. Another way to prepare for your SAT 2 subject test is that you choose a subject you did well in your AP test. Because AP tests are harder than SAT 2 exams, if you prepared well for your AP exams, it'd be easier for you to prepare for your SAT 2 subject tests. The one thing you need to remember in extracurricular activities is that numbers don't matter. Because there are so many activities out there these days, and a lot of students know the importance of them, the admission officers no longer look for how many clubs you're involved in, but they want to see leadership qualities and commitment. In my case, I was involved in small clubs. They were not big or famous, but they were clubs that I was truly interested in. So as I took my time to participate in those clubs, I was able to become the vice president and the secretary of the 2 clubs that I was involved in. As I committed myself into making my club more involved in school, I was able to get my club to be rewarded as the Club of the Year and get first place in the district competition. Many students participate in Key Club and CSF, which is California Scholarship Federation. The college admission officers know that these 2 clubs are clubs that students become members of and don't participate in. It is not to say that you cannot participate in these clubs, but I'm only suggesting you that you should find a club that is unique, that can fit your interests the best. In 11th grade, I came across a volunteer club that was called Kids Club. As the president of the Kids Club, I had to get new members and prepare for different activities for the kids who lived in a motel. I had to spend time with them and play with them and help them with their homework. It wasn't a big club, and it was a lot of time commitment, but it definitely was one of the meaningful activities that I participated in. For 3 years, I participated in helping out at my church. The church is a religious organization, so many people think that college admission officers do not give any credit for church activities. But through these various activities that I did for 3 years, I was able to show my strong commitment. The college wants to see special qualities from students. My friend, who doesn't have that many extracurricular activities, participated in 2 things. She wrote down piano lessons and tennis. Although there were only 2, she was on tennis varsity team at our school, and she excelled in that. Also for piano, she had a license to teach. Don't try to impress the admission officers with your long list of activities, but try to show them what you can do best.